The United States of America. Its history may be short compared to its peers, but its record of crimes is long and legendary, both without its borders and within. If Las Vegas is Sin City, America is also Sin City. And is there any greater sin on the conscience of America than November 22nd, 1963? Despite its already sordid past, there was still some small shred of innocence to lose. But what was the true crime that day? The true crime was murder. The questions surrounding that day have fascinated me since I was a small man. Just who killed John F. Kennedy and why? Murder under the best of circumstances is a mystery. But why kill some guy? No one has a monopoly on the truth, not even the most learned historian. The everyday man, and perhaps some women, have deep insights into their country.
Well, it's what I've been saying before. It's fun to theorize, but I'm not going to add conjecture. Lee Harvey Oswald was deranged. He cooked up a socialist scheme in a fevered brain. If there was someone else behind it, there would be more evidence. After all of these decades?
But why kill the president's husband? Or do you think that was a mistake?
I'm sorry?
The assassin was obviously skilled enough to get off a headshot on a moving target and get off more than one shot. But of all the people present, why target the husband of the president rather than the President of the United States?
Jackie Kennedy was not the President of the United States.
Certainly not after her husband died.
What?
What?
Professor Dix.
Please, take a seat.
Dix. Dix.
Well, people surmise that Oswald himself may have been connected to organized crime, that the shot he made was impossible to make alone, and he must have had people helping him. It's conjecture, of course, but there are a number of interesting wrinkles to the theory. That Oswald himself was assassinated, for example.
The best answer being that he was trying to assassinate the president, but hit her husband instead.
Well, Jacqueline Kennedy was not actually the president of the United States. She was the first lady.
Yes, to protect her. To protect her. Jackie Onassis was a phenomenon of the early 60s. A paragon of fashion, beauty. The only person as beloved during the storied Camelot era was her husband, Jonathan, who died. Jackie was known as Jackie Zero. She was the first Jackie president, but she won't be the last. There's way too much future for that to be.
Jackie O, is that what you're trying to say? Is that?
That's not what I'm trying to say. I'm trying to say Jackie Zero.
But do you mean Jackie O?
Jackie Kennedy's first words as president were, "When you left, did you think of me?" Her last words before leaving office were, "Why did they shoot my husband instead of me?" Her husband got in the car and drove through Dealey Plaza from Love Field.
Right. When we say the president in these contexts, I want to emphasize the fact that we are speaking of John F. Kennedy.
Interesting. That's one way to look at it.
Right, and perhaps the only way to look at it, I think, in a lot of ways.
The power behind the throne?
Well, he was on the throne, in fact. He was quite famously the president of the United States at the time.
It didn't add up, but it doesn't add up. If John F. Kennedy was the president, how was Jackie also the president?
Right, and I think that's exactly the point that I'm trying to make here.
Yes. So you understand?
No. Jacqueline Onassis was the first lady. She was never elected to anything.
But we can't ever really understand anything about the federal government.
Well, we can understand some things.
Yes, but we don't. When the president was almost killed, and her Jonathan was instead killed, it creates a wound on the psyche of the country. For a mystery to go unsolved for so long is like an itch that scratches back.
So John F. Kennedy was the president. She was the first lady.
She was the first lady president of
No,
the
no, no,
United
no,
States.
she-
Did you vote for Jacqueline Kennedy?
No, I did not. Her husband held office. Jackie Kennedy never ran for president, right?
Interesting how you keep looking at this.
I'm not looking at anything.
I got this tattoo in 1988. And slowly but surely, ever since then, I've been seeing a lot of fucking this.
The hell are these questions?
Why do people keep having this around?
Why don't you watch your tone?
Why don't you shut your dick?
If I was ever to understand the crime of the 20th century, I needed to talk directly to the source.
Why do you keep looking at this?
Someone who has made crimes.
I was in jail for 10 years.
But how long were you in jail? Really?
On the inside of me, it felt like 20 to 25.
What have you learned about crime while being a criminal?
Yeah, crime is a big deal. Don't do it. Don't do it.
Do you two know each other?
No.
If you were Lee Harvey Oswald, why did you kill the president's husband?
Well, JFK was the president.
No.
I don't think you know presidents. I don't think you know fuck about presidents.
Now again, I feel like there's a crucial piece of information that you're missing here. Jacqueline Onassis was not the president of the United States.
Jackie Kennedy was not the president of the United
JFK
States.
was the president.
Jacqueline Kennedy was not actually the president.
Is this the missing puzzle piece? A secret president under our noses this whole time, calling the shots, pulling the strings, taking a bath. Could John F. Kennedy truly have been the president of the United States? We may never know. And we may never know why there was an attempted assassination on Jackie. But if there's anything we do know, it's that none of us should ever try to do it again. And that means ever.